Yo, what is going on, guys? GreyShamrock here. Today we are back, and as you can see from the title, it says UAV spamming there, and what you can guess from that, obviously, is that there's going to be a lot of UAVs. I'm going to start out with capping this objective and getting UAV, but I believe I die halfway through, and there's the first one. We're going to get a couple here, and I also have a second one I will probably upload later tonight, maybe tomorrow, no idea. But it's sentry gun and AGR spamming, and that sounds very interesting. I believe I got about 3 AGRs actually, and 3 sentry guns, a couple UAVs, and it's not spamming, it's not a glitch, it's mainly just a gameplay with a lot of one score streak. So it may become a series whenever I get a couple of the same score streaks, like 3 at least, but I find it pretty interesting whenever you can actually get a bunch of one thing, and not just in one round, but in the whole entire game, or other way around, not in just one round like the ending round, but entire game, and that continues on. And yeah, so the sentry gun, it's really not that good of a score streak unless you are spawn camping or demolition domination. It's pretty. Did I just call it demolition? I think that's what the game mode is called. I actually forgot. Haven't played it in ages, but yeah, if you're playing a lot of objective-based games, then that's probably the one. I was gonna say TDM, but then again, spawns are always changing, so it's probably not the best unless you're spawn camping. But for the sentry gun, I really don't recommend. It gets EMP'd very fast, and EMP grenade, you start off with 2 unless you want to kick it down to 1, and you unlock it very, very fast at a very low rank. I think it's like 20 something, maybe even below that, 17, something like that. So it's pretty hard to really leave your AGR and sentry gun just unmandated. You really don't have control over them unless you choose to, and even then you really can't just. EMPs go through walls, and rocket launchers you really can't control from a window. So it's pretty difficult, but it's a good distraction, and it is a good score streak either way to use. But the best score streak I say to use is definitely, actually, let me go this way. The best number 1 tier score streak to go is definitely counter UAV. Think about it this way: you unlock hardwire, I believe, at 34, so that's already a bit farther into the food chain than you want to go for such a small perk whenever you have a limited amount of tokens, right? So not many people are going to unlock it, let alone actually use it. You only have 2 uses for it, and that's to counter EMPs, like score streak itself, or the EMP grenade, and that either way it's not really going to work that well, because how many EMPs will there be score streak wise? Now EMP grenades, the way I look at it is people will spawn trap and they'll spam EMP grenades, C4, Claymore, and that's when you want to pull out like an AA gun class with like a, I don't know, hardwire, cold-blooded, blind eye, or ghost, or both maybe, with an Igla at least, and then just go from there. So not many people will use hardwire. Oh, and you can also block counter UAVs. So the reason why the counter UAV is probably going to be the best score streak, getting back to that, is because with hardwire, people really will not use it that much. And even if they do, it's just a simple thing. They don't, unless they have a UAV or an orbital to reset, then it's a bit more major. But with that kind of perk where it takes up one huge slot, one very important one, and there's only a couple uses for it, it's really not going to be used that much. The best second tier has to be A, the AGR, or B, stealth chopper. The reason why I say the AGR, it's a second gun. I said this back in an MW3 gameplay commentary. You can go check that out. It's really easy to find. And it's like having a AH6 Overwatch or a chopper. It's like having an extra guy to watch your back, especially the AH6 Overwatch, which I think this one is called the Sentry Chopper or something like that. So it's very useful to really watch your back for those guys you don't see in the window, and you're going for the guy right, to your right in the makeup department on Plaza, for example, or whatever the case may be. It's a second gun. The stealth chopper, it's really harder to take out. You just need 1 C4 to take out that AGR. That's a huge disability, and it's not that smart to really leave it unattended unless you're going to control it. Then you'll probably be a bit more lucky with C4 to back it up, or maybe one guy, you see a guy with C4 or something like that. But with stealth choppers, you really can't throw a C4 at it. and it takes a while to actually get the chopper down. It takes one player and then two players. So yeah, that's why I think the Steel Chopper has to be probably above the AGR. It's harder to take down overall. And yeah, so I'm not familiar with the 3rd and 4th tier. Definitely not the 4th tier because I rarely run those. But of course, the number one thing to run in number 4 is the Swarm. It's obvious and it's very useful. If Orbital VSAT, if I'm correct, the Orbital VSAT should be on tier 3. You know how it goes 1, 2, and 3, and 4. In my opinion, it definitely is awesome. If you were running, I know I said don't really run it that much, but if you're running Hardwire and you have an Orbital VSAT, there's no reason why it should be taken down. You can't take it down whatsoever. People think maybe if you run the Scorestreak, the EMP, then maybe that can take it down. It doesn't, no. And that actually brings up another one. You know what? I don't know. I really don't know. Should the Orbital VSAT be up above the EMP systems, or you know what? I think the EMP system has to be the best, first best. Orbital VSAT has to be second. The reason why I say so, and the reason why I changed my opinion so fast, is because once again, not many people run Hardwire, and it disables everything. It disables counter UAVs, UAVs, stealth choppers, AGRs. It disables everything, every equipment on the ground, except for tac and search, you know, actual equipment like bouncing betties, as far as I know. So it's real useful to actually disable their vision, because it really makes it obscure. It disables the mini-maps. They really can't be a bit more tactical. It provides that little buzzing sound, so it gets a bit annoying. And so yeah, I keep getting counter UAV and UAV back and forth here, but yeah, I think the EMP system has to be the best 3rd tier. So yeah, that's my setup, what I would give you guys, and I'm running UAV, counter UAV, and AGR in this video. I switched over to UAV and sentry gun AGR. If you really want to get an easy score streaks, that is like all 3 of them all at once, or you know, one back and forth, I highly suggest Hailstorm, Lightning Strike, and sentry gun. Sounds super simple, right? You cap a couple flags, 2 flags, and well, actually 3 if you start out the round, so it'll be 175 if I'm correct. You get a couple kills, and you're already on the Hailstorm missile, like 3 kills, and then maybe 1 more flag. Like you get A, which is 50, B, which is 125, so that's 175. If my math is correct, I believe it's 125. And then you go over to their spawn, shred through them, kill a couple of them, maybe 3, and you're already at the Hailstorm missile. So you use that, and you you launch it on B, because at this time they're probably gonna all be on B already, because you killed them, so they spawned obviously enough. So they're probably gonna be all on B, and you launch the Hailstorm missile right on top of them. You kill them, boom, you got your Lightning Strike. So with that Lightning Strike, you can set it in their spawn, say on the A flag, or maybe they're back on B that fast, and then boom, you got your sentry gun, set it up on B, and you're all set and ready to go for that nuclear that you really want, or you just want to be a support person. And that's my best advice I can give you guys with score streaks, and that's my number 1. Those are my choices with like probably the best score streaks you can get. But I don't know, maybe the VTOL. But then again, that kind of requires a bit more work, and if you're not on the best map, then buildings will get in the way. There is just a lot of choices to be made, and yeah, I still remember when COD 4 only had 3. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll probably upload the AGR and Sentry Spawn spam later tonight, and I think this is Monday night. So once again, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.